Listen, no human being should be able to be shot down and stuck in the morgue for 3 days while their parents are looking for them and the police say nothing. No parent should be calling the police station for 3 days, file a missing persons report when their child is in the morgue and the police tell them nothing. We need to stop these police cover-ups. We need justice for Trayvon. We need justice for everybody in Trayvon's position. There's a lot more Trayvons out here, and we need to stand up for them too. Make some noise if you want justice for Trayvon and justice for everybody. We have a few people here who are going to speak, who are going to shed light on the situation, talk about why things are like they are, and how we need to keep this fight going until we get justice, until things change. It's a beautiful thing that so many people came together, that so many people answered the call and came together to demand justice. But we have to come together, we have to stay together even when there's not a Trayvon Martin situation in Florida. We need to stay together so people don't think they can kill us and walk away with no punishment. We have to stop this or it will continue. We have with us here Jesse Hagopian. He's a teacher at Garfield High. He's been doing work in the community for a long time. Oh, here he is. He can tell you a little bit more about himself and what he's doing.
Suspicious, the system is. These racists keep killing kids. Suspicious. These racists keep killing kids. Suspicious. These racists keep killing kids. That's right. You know, the Tuskegee Institute did a study that found that 3,446 black people were lynched in the South between 1882 and 1968. There was a bill that came before Congress, an anti-lynching bill, and a senator took the floor of Congress and said lynching is a necessary custom to control the Negro. Wow! It wasn't until 2005 that the United States government finally apologized for not passing an anti-lynching bill in this government. But today, they can't use such openly racist language to talk about keeping black people in control. But make no mistake about it, what happened to Trayvon Martin was lynching. What happened to Kenneth Chamberlain, a 68-year-old man with a heart condition, shot down by the police in his own home, was lynching. Now, they might not use such open language to talk about controlling black folks, but let's be clear, they are still talking about controlling black people, and you've seen it on TV, you've seen it on Fox News, where they say that Trayvon had it coming because he was suspended from school. I'm a teacher here at Garfield High School, and I can tell you this, that in every high school across the city, across this nation, black students are sent out from school, are suspended and expelled at much higher rates than white students for the exact same offenses. So that doesn't impress me that he was suspended. That just is further proof that we have a racist system in this country. So as a teacher, I'm working to organize other teachers here in Seattle to try to get us to stand up for our students, because that could have been any one of my students at Garfield High School, and that could have been one of your students, you teachers in the audience. So it's important that teachers get together, and I have a resolution that's going before the Seattle Education Association on Monday demanding the immediate arrest of George Zimmerman. I'm part of an organization called the Social Equality Educators, and we're going to launch a Teachers for Trayvon campaign in this city. I think it's important that teachers raise our voice against this injustice, against institutional racism, and for an end to the school to prison pipeline, and I did just that. Thank you. I did just that earlier this year. I took a group of teachers in the social equality educators down to Olympia, when Governor Gregoire announced she was going to cut billions from our education system in Washington State, we went down with citizens' arrest warrants for the Washington State Legislature. Because it says in our state constitution that education is the paramount duty of our state. That means before you fund prisons, you fund education. That means before anything else, you give our kids a future. So we went down with citizens' arrest warrants, and we interrupted their little meeting where they were getting ready to cut the funds, and we issued those arrest warrants. But somehow the police officer didn't believe me that they were the ones breaking the law, not me, and I ended up arrested behind bars that day. But I think all you need to know about this American system is that I was arrested for trying to get more money for our schools, and George Zimmerman can shoot down a black youth in America and walk away free. That's why we're out here today, because justice for Trayvon Martin has to mean the immediate arrest of George Zimmerman. Justice for Trayvon Martin has to mean George Zimmerman behind bars, but it has to mean much more than that.
Arrest Zimmerman now!
Arrest Zimmerman now! Arrest Zimmerman now!
Arrest Zimmerman now!
Arrest Zimmerman now!
Arrest Zimmerman now!
Arrest Zimmerman now!
Arrest Zimmerman now! Arrest Zimmerman now!
But I think it also has to mean much more than just arresting George Zimmerman. Because what if Trayvon hadn't been shot down? What if he was alive with us here today? He would still be facing that school-to-prison pipeline. He would still be facing an unemployment rate in the black community that has approached the levels of the Great Depression. He would still be facing racist police in his neighborhood. And so justice for Trayvon Martin has to mean dismantling the new Jim Crow that exists today. It has to mean justice for Trayvon Martin has to mean tearing down these prison walls. Justice for Trayvon Martin has to mean building schools in black communities and funding them. Justice for Trayvon Martin has to mean job programs for our black communities and our people of color and working people everywhere. And that's the struggle that I'm committed to fighting. I hope you'll join with us in that. I hope that you will be here until the last battle, until we see all the institutions of racism crumble. Thank you.